So welcome back to the Business Warroom. I'm your host, Vinny G. So I got a phone call at 2 a.m. last night. A friend of mine named Sal. He's a second-generation plumber operating out of Queens. His family built a rock-solid business over 40 years, surviving recessions, the 2008 crash, you name it. But yesterday, Sal told me he's liquidating the trucks and moving his family to Florida. You might ask why. Because between the skyrocketing real estate property taxes, the absolute extortion on his gas and electric bills, and the city handing out blank checks for a manufactured migrant crisis while telling hardworking guys like him to foot the bill. He's officially tapped out. So during our conversation, he stated, my profit margins are vaporized by bureaucratic red tape and bloated government spending. If you were the mayor of New York City right now, what the hell would you actually do? Now, I didn't give him a political answer. I gave him a macroeconomic blueprint that would flip this city upside down in 24 hours. And I'm going to share it with you right now. So let's break it down. Right now, the financial gurus and these trust fund politicians sitting in City Hall are selling you a fairy tale. They tell you the solutions to New York City's municipal budget crisis of 2026 is simple. Just raise taxes on the wealthy and the corporations. They have the money. Let them pay for the social programs. Now listen to me closely. The math don't lie. This is a classic violation of the Laffer Curve. When you aggressively hike taxes on high net worth individuals and corporate entities, you don't increase state revenue. You trigger capital flight. For those that don't know, wealth is highly mobile. The ultra-rich don't sit around waiting to be penalized by a city council that lacks basic fiscal literacy. They pack up their EBITDA, liquidate their assets, and move their capital to a jurisdiction with a lower tax incident and a better return on their investment. So who gets left holding the bag when the tax base evaporates? You do. The middle-class property taxpayer, the guy working 60 hours a week to build a small business. The gurus, they want you to believe that subsidizing able-bodied people to stay home and collect welfare is an act of compassion. It's not. It's regulatory capture designed to buy votes using your hard-earned capital while penalizing the exact sweat equity required to keep local economy breathing. No handouts, only facts. Now, quickly, just for the record, I'm not a politician. I don't care about towing a party line, and I have zero patience for identity politics. My philosophy is rooted in strict fiscal conservatism and the indisputable laws of free market economics. Government and money should not mix, period. If I took the oath of office tomorrow, here's the exact, unsugar-coated operational overhaul I would execute to save this city from the trust fund rich kids who have made a mockery of our justice system through weaponization and nepotism. Day one, my forensic audit and zero-based budgeting in effect. See, the taxpayers have a fundamental right to see the ledger. On day one, I'm instituting zero-based budgeting. Every single nonprofit organization receiving city funds gets audited. I don't care who your uncle is. We are cutting the fat, the fraud, and the abuse of tax dollars. If an organization cannot prove a measurable positive return on capital employed for the citizens of New York, their funding goes to zero. Step number 2, let's talk about the tax code and restructuring for small businesses and their liquidity. First, I'm lowering taxes on real estate and small businesses, scaling it intelligently by taxable income. We need to lower the barrier to entry for entrepreneurs, not build walls around them. By reducing the fiscal drag on small businesses, we inject immediate liquidity back into the local markets, creating jobs and stabilizing our neighborhoods. On to number 3, dismantling the MTA monopoly and ending the war on commuters. This war on cars and fossil fuels is a virtual signaling disaster. I'm eliminating congestion pricing immediately. It is nothing but a regressive cash grab that creates negative price elasticity for working class commuters and does absolutely nothing for the environment. Now, as for the MTA, we are eliminating unnecessary spending. Executive salaries will be slashed and tied directly to key performance indicators. No more bloating, no more big contract kickbacks to friends and donors. You perform or you're out of here. And with the capital we save, I'm giving raises to all New York City workers who actually keep this city running and deserve a pay scale that reflects 2026, not 1960. Now on to enforcing the rule of law and the middle-class dividend. You cannot have a functioning macroeconomic environment without enforcing the rule of law. We are reforming the disastrous policies that harm New York City, and I will publicly call for the resignation of any city council member legislating based on self-interest rather than fiduciary duty to the taxpayer. And finally, we're going to enforce laws to aggressively collect outstanding debt owed to the city by major institutional defectors retroactively. And when we collect it, we are distributing it as a tax credit right back to the middle class who has been extorted by these corrupt puppet figureheads for decades. See, surviving the business trenches requires a mind of iron. You have to understand that power concedes nothing without a demand. The people at the top, the ones mismanaging your tax dollars and pushing for red tape, operate on self-preservation. To win in this environment, you must detach your emotions from the noise. You must calculate risk with cold precision and maneuver your assets strategically. Control your reactions, anticipate their failures, and leverage their inefficiencies for your own growth. You don't complain about the rules of a rigged game. You learn them better than the architects, and you beat them on their own board. So listen to me. The city might be bleeding, the politicians might be failing, but you are the CEO of your own life. Nobody's coming to save you, and that is the best news you'll hear all day. So put your boots on, look at the mat, restructure your operation, and outwork the bureaucracy. Now, I'll leave you with this. An entrepreneur doesn't wait for the storm to pass. He figures out how to bottle the rain and sell it to the desert. Now, if you got value from this, follow us on all social media platforms, subscribe, and share the Business Warroom podcast with someone who needs to hear the truth. And if you're tired of playing in the minor leagues and want to sit at an elite table with serious players, you need to join the Business Warroom Council. We only talk to people who are actually in the arena. For those of you ready to scale aggressively, we offer the Business Warroom Council Mentee Program. We have 3 exclusive tiers designed to take you from grinding to dominating. So stop playing it safe. Reach out, apply, and let's go to war. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. Peace.